Hey everybody, Toaster here. Got another Ace Tanker replay in my Progetto 46. I love this tank. It's got good pen. It doesn't have great DPM if you use all the shells, even if you don't use all the shells. But I find myself using all the shells and relocating or repositioning during the period of time that I've got to reload because you're not always sure when you're going to get those shots. I don't do that always in this game, and there's reasons for it basically, but we'll go ahead and get started. This is an Ace Tanker, and we're excited to show you how I play the Progetto. And so, especially in a city map. So I see I've got a T30 with me, and I'm just going to try and push forward and get some free shots without taking any damage. And a lot of times I like to go over to where the heavies go and get shots into the field, but in this case it doesn't work out all that great, but that's okay. It's worth an effort, and I don't want to get spotted, but I do, so I take the time to take 2 shots, actually 3 shots I guess, but it unloads really fast. You'll notice there's no arty here. This thing gets wrecked by arty. It's got no armor. But we're just going to kind of sit back, chill out, and reload. I notice there's a 50 TP, which I do not want to face, but fortunately he thinks he's impenetrable, and he's facing off 5 tanks. So that's a good thing. So now I'm just trying to get a full clip again. I'm trying to figure out where to go, and I see that this T10 is kind of spotted, and I think maybe I can get some shots on him, but apparently not. I just played this game, so you'd think I'd remember. Actually, I come back here and I'm trying to defend because our field is already down, which is normal. A good team is going to let them have field for the most part, and they're not going to push across in the city, because if you push across in the city they can get shots. So we're able to get 1 shot off on a T-34-3, and we're just kind of hoping for another shot, and I should have taken that, but I didn't. So now we're just playing slow, because if you get spotted here, you are just absolutely screwed. Not much to say here. It's kind of campy, but in this case it's the right move. Because if we can hold them off from pushing in behind us, we should be good to go. Because we do outnumber them in the city somewhat, and we've got a lot of our team came back to help, which is great. It frankly gives the enemy a lot more targets. And we fluff that shot, and then we pull back. I know that guy's got terrible gun handling, so if he starts moving, he's never going to hit me. So we're able to take out the T-54E1, which is great. That thing is very dangerous in this matchup, especially if he loads gold rounds. I've played that tank a lot. I actually like it. Most people don't care for it. So we're just trying to figure out where we're going to get our next shots at. And it's 4-4. Things are going okay. They do have a T-95, and that's bad news for our heavies, because a T-30 does not match up very well with a T-95. So we're able to get a cheeky shot onto that T-34-3, and we didn't even get spotted for it. So at this point, we know that there's a Progetto and an STA-1 in field, and that STA-1 seems to be isolated. I could take hits if that Progetto is up in K0, but chances are he's going to leave, because if he gets spotted, he's going to get crushed. So that's kind of what the assumption I'm playing off of. And we only track the guy here, and he does damage us, but I pull back because I've got a lot of teammates, and I'm afraid that Progetto's out there where he can get shots on me. So the STA-1 actually messaged me after the game and told me great game, and stuff, and I said thanks. It was awfully nice of him to message me, considering it was on the enemy team. So we get lit here. There's a Lorraine out there that I don't really want to tackle unless I have to. So we're just waiting to drop spot. We'll let the other guys tangle with him. He's almost dead. So our Oho actually seems to have done a pretty good job. He got a shot on the heavies, and then he turned around and dealt with the medium side, and but now he makes what I would consider a mistake, because you know that Progetto is going to be up in the middle somewhere, and I thought maybe he was along this line, but he's not. And I don't want to get spotted by that T-44, and I don't want to get spotted by the Progetto, so I'm just using the bush line here to try and keep me a little bit safe. And the Oho lets me know that, in fact, the Progetto is out here. So this is an interesting engagement, because if you play Progettos, the last thing I want to do is trade health, right? And so this engagement, I play okay. I don't play it awesome. I'm trying to get a shot on that T-44, but he is nowhere to be seen. So the Progetto gets the first shot on me, and I don't take silly shots because I feel like it's not really wise for me to do that. I need to conserve my health because we are behind. And I spot this Panther too, so I do not want to fight both of these guys. So we're able to set that guy on fire, and that all comes down to me being hull down and him not. So it's 11 to 13 now, and I don't want to sit here, because if I continue to be spotted, then the guys in the middle can shoot at me, and I don't want to take a hit from a T-10. So I'm just backing off enough that that I get unproxy spotted and try and stay safe from the Panther 2 that's in the back. The last thing I want to do is take damage from him, because he's obviously a camper, base camper. So I see that tree go down, and I assume he's right next to that building, trying to figure out where I am. And so we're going to just come out here and try and get some spots, basically. He's in sort of a bad position at this point. We do take one hit from the Panther, but I'm paying attention to where he's at now, and that's very, very useful to know where he's at, because I can not only get safe from him, but I can possibly light him up. We're not able to, but I think he backs off after this. I thought he would probably go into the middle to group up with his team, but he doesn't. So at this point, it's myself and an STRV, and that's it. We're still trying to light this Panther, and he is nowhere to be seen. So I'm thinking maybe I should go help the STRV, but frontally I'm going to have a very hard time fighting a T10 and an ST and a AMX-65T. The AMX-65T doesn't have that great armor, but so they so I'm just trying to flank, right? And I'm worried that this Panther is going to be close to me, but in fact what happens is this guy has got no view range, and luckily I had 2 shots there. So I don't want to continue after this T10, because I don't want to face him up frontally, and I figured that our STRV could kill him, but I guess the STRV cannot kill him. So now it's 1v2, that's fine. I feel pretty comfortable. I've got a lot of health, and I know the T10, he looked like a one-shot to me. I need to change over to where you see the actual health pool of the guy, as opposed to the percentages, because that would have been really helpful right now. In fact, he's actually a two-shot. So I'm trying to figure out if this Panther is going to finally come forward. That's my thought, is that he may actually move forward and try and flank me. And so I don't want that to happen. And the nice thing is I've got he's unupgraded, so I know that I can, if I trade shot for shot, I can out DPM him in that regard, or out trade him, I guess. And if I out trade him a couple of times, then I can just rush in on him and unload all three shots. So that's kind of the plan at this point, because I don't know where the T10 is at. The other thing that they could do is cap, and so as soon as somebody gets on cap, I decide to go back. Now, I hardly ever load gold in this thing, but I do here, and the reason is because I'm facing a T10 and it's end game situation. So I want to make sure and pen my shots. So the worst thing that could happen is I could get double tapped, and then I would be possibly dead if they both high roll. So I'd like to take out the T10 first if I possibly can, because he's got a very large gun. And I just assume that, and there he is, I just assume that the Panther is not a very good player because of what he's done. So we're able to take out the T10, and now this Panther is just done. And we do get lit there, and he's really slow to react. So we're just reloading, and I think I've got enough damage. I don't know why I'm not looking, but I've got all day, because this guy's sitting still. So I'm just trying to find a place that I can spot him without him spotting me, but I think he probably has binos equipped. That's just a guess. We're trying to use this dead hull just to help us a little bit, but no such luck. So he does shoot us, but I realize at this point that I've got enough damage to put out to kill him, and that's what we do. So we ended up with a top gun out of that. So that's the end of the game. Let's go ahead and go to the post-game stats. Okay, here we are at the after-action report. We've got a Ace Tanker here. We have a level Shalios medal, destroy 2 tanks that are a tier higher, basically. Defender for defending the cap. Tank Sniper, which is actually a good medal to get in this thing, because you do not want to be up close. And a Top Gun. And as you can see, we did quite a bit of damage to quite a few different tanks. We ended up with 4,111 damage, 6 kills, 1,500 base XP, which is 600 above the next guy. Our T30 actually did pretty well. And although our Oho didn't do that much damage, he really did react to the map, which if he could just figure out his positioning a little bit and where he should and shouldn't push, he would turn into a decent player, because he does watch his map. So that's pretty impressive. We earned about 37,000 credits. With a premium account, we would have earned 76. This thing does make money. I spent quite a bit on ammo there at the end, which I normally don't do. So I probably could have made 50, 60,000 credits had I not fired all that premium ammo. The standard ammo is pretty cheap. Fired 25, hit 22, and actually penned 20. So, and we had a 650 assist, which is not all that much. So I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoy the Progetto, and I'll be putting up more Ace Tankers of it as I get them. It is tough to ace. I mean, to do 4,000 damage, or almost 5,000 damage combined in a tier 8 premium in a tier 10 meta is rough. That's hard to do, but appreciate you watching. Let me know if in the comments if you'd like to see another Ace Tanker. I should eventually put up how many what tanks I do have, so you guys could pick things out that you want me to try an Ace, and we'll go from there. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you'd like to. The dislike button is right over there. We'll catch you next time.